They started as children's toys, but now they reach more audiences than television, radio, and movies. They are, of course, video games. Half of all Americans between the ages of 12 and 55 play video games, often in highly social situations. We took a look at how pervasive and influential video games have become, from the devoted hardcore gamers to the US military using it as a recruitment and training tool, to the very frontiers of science, where PlayStation 3 technology helped create the newest and fastest supercomputer. It's all in the game, as they say, and for proof of their popularity, we went, of all places, to Times Square. 11:30 p.m. Hundreds of people are waiting outside Virgin Megastore to get their hands on the newest installment of the best-selling Metal Gear Solid video game series. These were the first people online.
So how long have you been waiting?
Since 7 p.m. Since 7 p.m. last night.
Japanese game designer Hideo Kojima is a rock star in the video game world. Fans worldwide adore Kojima's games for their high-definition graphics and complex storylines. They identify closely with the game's hero.
When you play as Solid Snake, do you guys see yourselves as Solid Snake?
I do. I see myself as Solid Snake and what I can do for the world.
Hardcore fans like these are part of the reason that video games outsell other forms of entertainment like music and movies. 28-year-old Taylor Strait holds video game parties for adults at his stylish downtown apartment. Don't you think it's unusual to invite strangers into your home in New York City?
I had a good experience with some other meetups, and I like the game.
America's Army is a freely downloadable computer game developed by the military to reach out to young people. Captain Richard Gomez oversees U.S. Army recruitment at Fordham University in the Bronx.
Right here, your basic training screen, and you have your marksmanship window up in the missions.
While video games may lead people to war, they may also help soldiers to reacclimate to civilian life. Dr. Albert Rizzo is a psychologist at the Institute for Creative Technology at the University of Southern California. He adapted an existing video game to use as therapy for soldiers returning from the war in Iraq. The goal being to evoke an emotional response from the soldier to trigger the healing process. But what does the future hold for a hardcore gamer who spends 36 hours online for the latest release of a game?
My mother, she doesn't express too much concern. What she is, this is like, I'm going into game design and development, and so gaming is my life, and so she's like, go for it.
There are people who like to judge people before they get to actually know them, and they themselves end up being hypocrites. So there's plenty of people that you get to meet, interesting people in New York, that if you took that step further, you would see what's really behind them. The diversity of all 8 films, that they took different steps into everyone, that when you look at one, it's not like, oh, it's just like the first film. There was a range of emotions, a range of circumstances that the characters were put in.